when I say like, how about this? How do you get more people involved? We can talk about that. But how about like a volunteer base? Because a lot of churches, you're going to deal with volunteers.
Yeah.
Now, you might have a few that aren't. In some churches, as a whole across America in particular, it's not paid staff.
No,
if you've got a team, if you've got a team that's full paid staff and all this stuff, you're talking about the top 5% of church across America.
Right.
So maybe because when they're not full-time staff, it's not like, hey, where were you? We're paying you to do this.
Yeah.
You're here. You're going to learn this.
Yeah, because you're getting paid.
Yeah, you're getting paid to do it.
Yeah.
But how do you get more people involved dealing with volunteers? Because there's a lot more. Dealing with volunteers is very different.
It is. And I'm learning this still. But just realize that they're a volunteer. You've got to realize that, they're not paid. And maybe some of you do have paid musicians, but, right now at the church I serve at, we have one paid musician, our piano player, who is phenomenal, sweet lady. And but she's been there for 45 years at the church.
That's like people at churches pray for.
Yeah, and she's awesome. And so we have that. But volunteers, getting more people involved, I think, comes from your attitude. Like I feel like you want people, your personality, the way you present yourself to the congregation has a lot to do with people becoming involved. They don't want to be involved with somebody who is not nice or not, not welcoming or not providing people with opportunity. And so, but also, I think people want to see excitement in you about what you're doing. And when they see that you're excited about the worship ministry, they're going to want to get involved. I think I want to be a part of something that's exciting and fun and even challenging, and so yeah, that's a part of it. And what was your question about seeking volunteers? Like, how do you get more volunteers?
Yeah, how do you get more volunteers? Because it deals differently with that.
That goes again with, I think, face-to-face, like seeking people out. Like, hey, I would really love you to join the worship choir. Or if you know there's a gifted musician, a guitar player, and they're not involved, like, have a conversation with them. And again, I'm still learning all these things. I haven't done it for a long time as somebody who's done it for 30 years, but that's just what I see. And I think people would be excited. And you can't, and another thing about volunteers is you can't wear them out. They're also, their time, they have another job as the worship leader. If you're full-time staff, that's your job. But they have another job, and you want to make an atmosphere of them wanting to be there. And so just, but yeah, that's what I think about that, I guess.
Relationships and making it a place where they can come and recharge and be built up spiritually in the Lord.
And that's another thing. Don't make it all about music, your rehearsals. It can be easy as a musician to make it all about the music and really practice. No, we got to get this lick here, or we got to get this song or this harmony right. And yes, that's important. I think God calls us to excellence in worship because, but I do think that it can't be the main focus. Like, we're there for God. So we're there for Him and Him alone, and building people up, encouraging people, so all of those things, and praying with your team, with your worship choir, with your worship band, or whoever, I think is important.
Absolutely. So, walking within the Lord and building relationships, that's where it's at. Walking the trenches with people.